In the grand chamber of the Galactic Council, silence fell as the great holographic screens came alive. Stars, planets, and fleets were displayed in shining detail. Dozens of alien leaders, dressed in robes of power, sat around a massive glowing table, their eyes turned to a single small blue planet Earth. The hologram zoomed closer. Earth looked fragile, with thin defenses circling it. Old satellites, a few battle cruisers, and civilian stations were all that showed. Compared to the massive fleets of the galaxy, Earth was nothing but dust in the wind. The first alien general, a tall creature with silver scales, stood and raised his voice. Look at them, small, weak, poor in fleets. They cannot resist us. One push and they will fall. The chamber erupted with laughter. Deep roars, sharp hisses, and cruel chuckles filled the air. The alien leaders enjoyed the moment. To them, Earth was not a rival. It was prey. Another leader, with red glowing eyes, tapped the hologram. Their ships are outdated. Their weapons are old. They have no real allies. Earth stands alone. The laughter grew louder. Some leaders mocked Earth's small colonies on Mars and the moons. Others joked that humans would surrender before the first shot was fired. But while they laughed, in the shadows of the galaxy, humanity was watching. Hidden inside a secret listening post far from Earth, a group of human officers observed every word. The chamber's broadcast, meant for alien leaders only, had been intercepted. Every insult, every laugh, every threat was recorded. The officers sat in silence, their faces calm, but their eyes burning with cold fire. In the command center of that listening post, a single human commander stood. His uniform was plain, without medals, but his presence was sharp as a blade. He watched the alien laughter without emotion. Slowly, he leaned forward and whispered, almost to himself, "Let them laugh. We are ready." The words hung in the air. The young officers around him glanced at each other. They knew what those words meant. They knew what Earth had been hiding. Meanwhile, back in the Grand Chamber, alien fleets were already being assigned. Giant motherships, with cannons the size of cities, prepared to move. Smaller warships gathered around them like swarms of steel insects. The order was given. Earth will be attacked. Across alien starports, engines lit up. Soldiers shouted orders. Millions of tons of weapons were loaded onto ships. The invasion fleet began to rise. Alien propaganda channels announced the coming war. To their people, it was entertainment. They laughed at the thought of humans begging for mercy. Some even placed bets on how many days Earth would survive. But again, in the shadows, humans were listening. Inside Earth's secret war room, buried deep under mountains, giant screens lit up. Every alien movement was tracked. Every ship, every fleet, every whisper of attack was recorded. The leaders of Earth sat in silence. There was no panic, no fear, only patience. One general finally spoke. "They believe we are weak." Another answered, "Let them believe. The longer they laugh, the harder they will fall." The chamber went quiet again. Everyone understood. Humanity had been underestimated for centuries. The galaxy thought Earth was slow, poor, and harmless. But that belief was a mistake. A mistake that was about to cost them everything. Outside Earth's orbit, ordinary people went on with daily life, unaware of the storm approaching. Farmers worked in fields, children studied in schools, and workers built machines in hidden factories. Life seemed normal, but hidden beneath that normal life was preparation. In the darkness of space, hidden fleets waited. Silent stations carried weapons no alien had ever seen. Engineers whispered of ships faster than light, of cannons that could burn through planets. These secrets had never been shown to the galaxy. They were built in silence, waiting for this day. Back in the Galactic Council, The alien general raised his hand. The laughter ended, replaced by cold, proud silence. "Send the fleets," he ordered. "By the time their sun sets twice, Earth will kneel." The massive hologram shifted again, showing alien fleets turning, engines burning bright. Thousands of warships began their march across the stars, moving directly toward Earth. The galaxy cheered. A council celebrated. To them, this was not a war. It was a show of power. But far away, in the shadows, a hidden human commander stood again. His eyes were locked on the screen, showing alien fleets on the move. His lips curved into a faint smile. "Now it begins." He whispered Dot, and so the first alien fleet, shining with arrogance and strength, began to move toward Earth. Unaware of the trap waiting for them. Cliffhanger. The invasion had begun. The galaxy believed Earth would break. But Earth was ready. The alien fleet moved through the black sea of space like a wave of fire. Thousands of ships glowed with blue and red engines. Their hulls carried the scars of old battles, but their size and power made them terrifying. At the front of this fleet was a mothership so large it could hide the whole of New York City inside. Its shadow spread across the stars like a curse. Inside the mothership, the alien admiral stood tall. His armor was black metal, polished to shine under the control room lights. Rows of alien officers bowed before him, reporting numbers. 3,000 warships ready, Admiral. Supplies loaded. Earth coordinates locked. The Admiral gave a slow nod. His voice was cold and sharp. "Begin transmission. I want them to hear us." Moments later, across Earth's skies, screens and satellites suddenly flickered. Civilian broadcasts cut out. Instead, the face of the alien admiral appeared. His glowing eyes stared down at billions of humans. "People of Earth," he said, his voice echoing. "You are surrounded. You are weak. You are nothing. Surrender now, and we may allow some of you to live as servants. Resist, and your planet will burn." The message repeated across every device: phones, televisions, billboards, even holograms in space stations. Children froze in fear. Families clutched each other. And yet, Earth stayed silent. No world leader replied. No fleet was sent forward. To the aliens, this silence was proof of fear. The alien admiral laughed. "They do not answer. They are already broken." But deep beneath Earth's mountains, inside the hidden war room, silence was not fear, it was strategy. The human commander watched the alien broadcast and said nothing. His officers looked at him, waiting. Finally, he gave the order. "Activate defense grid." Across Earth's orbit, satellites that had looked like useless junk suddenly came alive. Their surfaces opened, revealing hidden weapons, giant cannons, missile bays, and strange energy cores. For decades, they had been disguised as communication towers, weather stations, and old satellites. Now they were shields and swords. The alien fleet moved closer, laughing as they saw Earth's toys. "They think those tiny guns can stop US," one alien officer sneered. "Destroy them," the admiral ordered. The first alien warships opened fire. Blinding beams of plasma shot across space, burning through the black sky. The Earth seemed doomed. Civilians screamed as they saw the lights falling toward their planet. But then, the satellites fired back. In a single moment, dozens of hidden weapons unleashed their power. Bright spears of energy sliced through the darkness. Missiles streaked out faster than alien sensors could track. A shockwave spread through the stars as the first alien warship exploded into a ball of fire. The alien admiral's eyes widened. His officers froze. What was that?" "One STAMMERED. Another ship was hit, then another. Within seconds, entire wings of alien fighters turned into burning wreckage. The laughter that had filled the alien fleet only hours ago vanished. Admiral slammed his fist on the console. Shields up. Return fire. Now. Alien warships began shooting wildly, but they were blind. The human satellites moved faster than expected, using stealth systems no alien had ever seen. For every shot the aliens fired, 3 of their ships fell. On Earth, civilians watched in shock. They had expected to die. Instead, they saw the impossible alien warships, thought to be untouchable, exploding one after another in the sky. Hope spread like fire dot in the war room. The human commander's voice was calm. Target the mothership. A massive cannon, hidden on the dark side of the moon, turned, its surface glowing with heat. Energy built inside, brighter and brighter, until it released a beam like a lance of pure light. The beam cut across space and slammed into the alien mothership. For a heartbeat, silence. Then an explosion so huge it looked like a new star was born. The mothership, the pride of the alien fleet, broke apart in flames. Every alien ship nearby trembled as shockwaves hit them. Officers screamed in panic. The admiral was thrown to the ground, alarms blaring around him. He stared at the burning wreck of his mothership, his voice shaking. Impossible. They were supposed to be weak. In the Galactic Council chamber, the alien leaders watched the battle through live feeds. The same leaders who had laughed now sat frozen in disbelief. The room was silent, except for the sound of explosions echoing from the screens. On Earth, people filled the streets cheering. The first alien fleet, so powerful, so arrogant, was burning. Humanity had struck back, but inside the war room, the commander did not smile. He knew this was only the beginning. He leaned forward, his voice steady. They will send more fleets, bigger fleets. But now the galaxy knows. We are not prey. The officers nodded. The first victory was theirs, but the war had only started. Above Earth, alien wreckage floated like broken bones in the sky. Fires burned, metal cracked, and signals of distress filled the void. And yet, in the darkness beyond the stars, news of the destroyed alien fleet spread faster than light. In markets, in temples, in starports, everywhere across alien worlds, people spoke of the unthinkable. Did you hear? The humans destroyed a mothership. Impossible. Their ships are nothing but scrap. No, I saw it. The mothership exploded like paper. For centuries, humans had been ignored, mocked, or forgotten. But now their name was spoken with fear. Inside the ruined remains of the first alien fleet, survivors floated in escape pods, sending messages of warning. Admirals sent desperate reports back to the Galactic Council. Earth is not what we thought. They were ready. In the council chamber, silence replaced laughter. The same generals who once mocked Earth now argued in panic. Some demanded more fleets to crush humanity. Others warned that more fleets might mean more humiliation. They should not have won. One alien leader shouted, "We underestimated them, but we must know how." No one could answer. Far away, on the dark side of the moon, the truth was hidden. There, beneath craters and shadows, stretched a massive human shipyard. Entire mountain ranges had been hollowed out. Inside them, ships slept in silence, black, hulls gleaming like knives. These were not the outdated cruisers the galaxy thought humans had. These were monstrous warships built in secret, powered by stolen alien tech, human genius, and years of patience. The galaxy had never seen them. Shipyards stretched further than the eye could see. Hundreds of battleships floated in silence, cloaked from sensors. Engineers in heavy suits worked day and night, tightening bolts, charging reactors, whispering to each other. Soon, the day is near. For decades, Earth had prepared. While The galaxy laughed, humanity built. While aliens mocked, humans studied every captured weapon, every stolen blueprint, every old relic of war. Piece by piece, humans turned weakness into strength. The commander who had whispered, "Let them laugh," now walked through the shipyard. His boots echoed on steel floors as he inspected the ships. Officers saluted as he passed. He paused before one massive vessel, its cannons larger than skyscrapers. "Is it ready?" he asked. "Yes, Commander," an engineer replied. The Leviathan is armed and waiting. The commander placed his hand on the cold metal hull. His eyes narrowed. "Then we move to the next phase." At the same time, across Earth itself, more secrets came alive. Factories buried under mountains opened their gates. Tanks rolled out. Drones lifted into the air. Soldiers in black armor marched in silence. They were not ordinary soldiers. They had trained in hidden academies for years, using combat simulations no alien had imagined. The people of Earth did not know the full truth, but they could feel it. Something powerful was rising. A storm was building. Meanwhile, alien spies tried desperately to learn humanity's secret. Cloaked ships crept near the moon. Disguised agents moved through Earth's colonies. They watched, they listened, they sent signals back, but one by one the spies vanished. Their ships disappeared. Their signals went dark. Humanity knew they were being watched, and humanity made sure the galaxy stayed blind. In the war room deep under Earth, the human leaders gathered. Screens showed alien fleets regrouping far away. The council was furious. More ships were on their way. "They will return," one officer said. "Yes," the commander answered calmly. "But this time, we will not wait for them." The officers leaned forward. "You mean—" The commander's voice was steady. "It is time the galaxy learns who we really are. It is time we strike first." A silence filled the room. Then, one by one, the officers nodded. Humanity had waited long enough. That night, in the black sky above Earth, the hidden fleets awoke. One by one, the dark ships powered on. Engines glowed like blue fire, weapons charged with deadly energy. The ships slowly turned, pointing not at Earth, but at the stars beyond. Inside the Leviathan, the crew stood ready. Pilots tightened their harnesses. Gunners checked their cannons. Engineers whispered final prayers. A red light flashed across the bridge. "Coordinates locked," the navigator said. "Target?" the captain asked. The commander's voice came, through, sharp and final. "The alien homeworld of the fleet that attacked us." The bridge fell silent. Everyone understood. This was not defense. This was revenge. Not far away, on alien worlds, people slept in peace, believing humanity was too small to reach them. They would wake to fire. The first human fleet jumped to hyperspace, vanishing into the black. Dozens of warships disappeared, leaving Earth's orbit empty. The trap was set. Back in the Galactic Council, alien leaders still argued, unaware that the human fleets were already moving. One shouted, "We must crush them before they rise." Another warned, "If we fail again, the galaxy will turn against US." But before any decision could be made, alarms screamed. Screens lit up. Reports flooded in. Human ships detected. "Deep inside our territory. Impossible. They cannot be there. They are coming straight for us." The chamber erupted in chaos. Leaders shouted. Generals panicked. Civilians screamed in the background of transmissions. And then the first images arrived. Human warships, black as night, pouring out of hyperspace. Their cannons burned with light. Their engines roared like thunder. The humans had not waited. They had struck first. Cliffhanger. The galaxy had believed Earth was weak. Now they would see the truth. The hidden arsenal of humanity was unleashed. Human fleet appeared like ghosts in the heart of alien space. One moment the alien systems were quiet. their planets glowing with lights of peace. The next moment, alarms blared across the skies. From hyperspace, dark ships burst into reality, sleek, sharp, and bristling with weapons. The humans had come. The first alien defense fleet rushed to meet them. Hundreds of cruisers, painted in bright colors of war, sped forward. Their admirals shouted in pride, believing victory was certain. Destroy them. One alien captain barked, "They are too few to face us." But they were wrong. The human fleet moved like fire, fast and unpredictable. Ships split into wings, breaking formation, weaving between alien shots. Missiles and beams flew from every angle. Alien computers, built to fight other aliens, could not predict the madness of human tactics. One alien officer shouted in panic, "They don't follow patterns. We can't lock on." Human pilots used instincts, courage, and sacrifice. Some charged headfirst, drawing fire, while others slipped through blind spots and unleashed devastating blasts. The alien cruisers, proud and powerful, fell apart like paper before a storm. Within minutes, entire squadrons of alien ships were burning. The black sky lit up with explosions, turning night into day. Inside the flagship Leviathan, the captain stood firm. "Keep pressure on their flanks," he ordered. "Don't let them regroup." Pilots responded instantly, diving and striking. Like hunters, the ship's massive cannons thundered, tearing through alien shields. Each shot sent shockwaves across space. On the alien homeworld below, civilians ran through the streets, staring up at the sky. Fireballs rained down as wreckage from their proud fleets fell through the atmosphere. Their world, once untouchable, was burning. At the Galactic Council, chaos ruled. Leaders screamed at each other as reports poured in. "Our fleets are collapsing. They are already inside our borders. How are they moving so fast?" The council chambers, once filled with arrogant laughter, now trembled with fear. Some leaders called for more ships. Others whispered that it was too late. One alien general slammed his fist on the table. "We underestimated them. Their weapons, their ships. Everything is beyond what we knew. They must have been preparing for decades. No one could deny it. Now humanity was not weak. Humanity was dangerous. Back in battle, alien admirals tried new strategies. They pulled fleets into tight formations, surrounding human ships. But humans fought like no enemy they had ever faced. Instead of retreating, human ships broke into the center of the formation. They charged into impossible positions, sacrificing themselves to break alien walls. Every sacrifice created an opening, and through that opening came more fire, more destruction. The aliens shouted in disbelief. "They throw away ships. They throw away lives. They are insane." But it was not madness. It was human determination, will to win at any cost. And it was something no alien computer could predict, no alien commander could understand. Soon, alien fleets began retreating. The once proud armadas scattered in panic. Human ships chased them, striking like wolves hunting prey. From the bridge of the Leviathan, the captain watched the enemy crumble. "They thought we were prey," he said quietly. "Now they know the truth." An officer turned to him. "Should we stop, Captain? Or pursue?" The captain's eyes hardened. "We pursue. The galaxy must understand Earth will not bow." Human ships began crossing deeper into alien territory. Planet after planet saw the Black Fleet in their skies. Cities trembled as human warships hovered above, their cannons glowing. Some worlds surrendered without a fight. Others tried to resist and were left in ruins. Whispers spread across the galaxy. The humans are not defending. They are attacking. They do not stop. They do not tire. They are not prey. They are predators. Inside the council, fear turned to desperation. Leaders begged for alliances, for peace talks, for anything to slow the storm. But messages sent to Earth received no answer. Humanity did not speak. Humanity acted. The hidden commander, watching from the war room on Earth, finally spoke to his officers. The time for silence is over. Prepare the broadcast. Screens across the galaxy flickered. Civilian programs vanished. The galaxy had changed. Where once there was laughter, now there was silence. Where once humans were called weak, now their name was spoken with fear. Across alien worlds, whispers traveled like shadows. The humans are coming. They do not stop. They burn everything in their path. The black fleets of Earth did not stay in defense. They spread outward, deep into alien space. Their ships moved fast, striking planets, stations, and fortresses before vanishing into hyperspace. No one could predict their next target. No one could stop them. On the bridge of the Leviathan, the captain watched another alien planet burning below. Smoke rose from cities. Warships lay in ruins, and proud banners of alien empires fell into ash. Another world taken, an officer reported. The captain gave a small nod. His voice was calm, almost cold. Do not waste resources on destruction. Take their data, their supplies, their technology, then move on. Fear is our greatest weapon. The crew obeyed. On the planet's surface, soldiers in black armor swept through alien command centers. They did not shout. They did not celebrate. They worked in silence. Every computer was hacked, every weapon dismantled, every secret stolen. Then, like shadows, they returned to their ships. The humans were not just fighting. They were learning, adapting, growing stronger with each strike. Far away, in a council chamber, the alien leaders trembled. Reports of human attacks filled the room. 5 of our colonies lost in a single week. Entire fleets destroyed. Civilians fleeing by the millions. The council members shouted at each other, their voices filled with panic. They were supposed to be weak. They should never have survived the first battle. Now they will destroy us all. One older leader, his voice shaking, whispered what many were afraid to admit. We mocked them. We pushed them, and now they will not stop until we regret every word. On alien streets, civilians lived in fear. Children were told never to laugh at humans. Merchants closed their shops at the first rumor of human fleets. Soldiers whispered about the black warships that moved like hunters. Stories spread faster than truth. Some said humans had weapons that could break suns. Others claimed they could vanish into shadows and appear inside cities without ships. Myths grew larger than reality, but the effect was the same. The galaxy was afraid. Meanwhile, on Earth, factories thundered without rest. New ships rolled out every day, built from alien metals and powered by human genius. Hidden bases on Mars, Titan, and Europa lit up as fleets were launched from every colony. The commander in the war room received reports with calm eyes. Our enemies are scattering, an officer said. They are afraid to face us directly, another added. The commander's voice was steady. Good. Fear will break them faster than fire. But remember, we do not fight only to survive. We fight to remind them, never again will Earth be mocked. The next target was not a colony or fortress. It was the heart of alien pride, the flagship of the Council's grand fleet, the symbol of their power. For centuries, it had floated above their capital world, untouchable. The ship was larger than mountains, carrying weapons enough to destroy a moon. It was guarded by entire fleets, but the humans went after it. The Leviathan and her sister ships appeared in orbit without warning. Human cannons thundered. Missiles streaked through space. Alien defenses lit up, pouring fire into the void. The battle was brutal. Human ships were torn apart, flames spilling across the dark. Yet for every ship lost, 2 alien cruisers fell. Human pilots sacrificed themselves without hesitation, ramming into enemy shields, drawing fire. opening paths for others. Finally, after hours of chaos, the flagship itself was struck. A human strike team boarded it, cutting through steel corridors, fighting room by room. The alien admirals inside screamed orders, but their soldiers fell one by one. In the end, the human flag was raised inside the alien command chamber. The Council's pride was gone. When news spread, the galaxy froze in shock. The great flagship, the symbol of alien unity, was now in human hands. On alien worlds, riots broke out. Soldiers deserted. Civilians fled into the wilds. Whole governments begged for mercy. The humans had done what no one thought possible. They had turned the predators of the galaxy into prey. In the war room on Earth, the commander watched the captured flagship being towed by human ships. His officers looked at him with pride, but his face stayed stern. "Do not celebrate yet," he said. "They will gather their strength again. They will come for us in numbers we have never seen." One young officer asked softly, "And if they do?" The commander's eyes burned with steel. "Then they will learn that the price of mocking Earth is greater than they can afford." Far away, alien children huddled close to their parents as new warnings were whispered. Do not speak of humans lightly. Do not laugh at Earth, because the day they rise against you, you will regret it forever. The galaxy had learned fear. But humanity was not done. The galaxy was burning. Once proud fleets now drifted as wrecks in the void. Glorious capitals lay in ruins, their skies black with smoke. Alien empires that had mocked Earth were broken, their leaders hiding in fear. And yet humanity did not stop. The black warships of Earth spread farther, faster, deeper into enemy space. They moved like a storm, swallowing worlds in silence. To the aliens, it felt like punishment from the stars themselves. In the council chamber, the alien leaders gathered in secret. The hall, once filled with laughter, was now a place of terror. Holograms showed endless losses, red marks spreading across star maps as human flights advanced. "They will not stop," one alien lord cried. "Every week we lose another world. They mean to erase us." Another slammed his fist on the table. "This is our fault. We thought them weak. We mocked them. And now they are destroying us without mercy." The oldest among them whispered, his voice trembling. "We gave them reason to hate us. We called them nothing. Now they will make us regret those words until the end of time." Silence followed. None dared disagree. Meanwhile, on Earth, the commander of humanity's fleets stood in the war room. The great screens glowed with alien systems already conquered. Officers brought reports. Another fleet destroyed. A colony surrendered without a fight. The Council's armies are in retreat. The commander's face was calm, but his eyes were sharp. "They thought survival was all we wanted," he said. "But now they will understand. We fight not just to live, but to teach them never to laugh at Earth again." His officers saluted, but there was no joy in their faces. Only cold determination. In the galaxy's outer sectors, refugees fled in endless lines of ships. Alien civilians abandoned their homes, terrified that the black warships would appear in their skies. Mothers told their children warnings. Do not laugh at humans. Do not mock Earth. Their anger does not end. Alien priests prayed to forgotten gods, begging for protection. Soldiers deserted by the thousands. Empires that once ruled with pride now begged for mercy. But mercy was slow to come. The humans struck at the Council's heart next. Their fleets surrounded the Council's homeworld, cutting off its skies. The alien leaders watched in terror as the Black Armada filled orbit. Then the message came. A human officer appeared on their screens, his face pale and expressionless. His words were slow, sharp, impossible to ignore. "You laughed at Earth. You called us weak. You thought we would fall with a single push. Now your fleets are dust, your cities burn, and your empires crumble. The age of your mockery is over. The chamber was silent. No alien dared answer. The officer leaned closer, his voice a whisper like steel. You wanted a galaxy without humans. Instead, you made a galaxy that fears only humans. Then the screen went dark. The council begged for surrender. They offered riches, planets, technology. They promised loyalty, peace, obedience. But the humans demanded something greater, an oath written into the stars themselves. Every empire that once mocked Earth was forced to kneel before humanity. Every leader signed a pact that declared one truth: never again would Earth be insulted. The oath was broadcast across the galaxy, played in every city, carved into monuments. Alien children grew up hearing it like law. Do not mock Earth, or the price will return. But victory came with a cost. On the bridge of the Leviathan, the captain looked at the stars. His crew was silent, exhausted. For every alien fleet destroyed, thousands of human lives had been lost. Entire colonies had emptied their people to feed the war. The black ships carried scars, and so did the humans inside them. The captain whispered to himself, "We won." But what did we lose to win? Back on Earth, the commander stood alone in the war room. The maps now showed no red marks, no enemy fleets, only human control. Yet his face was heavy. He remembered the beginning, when the aliens laughed, when humans were called weak. He remembered the first insult, the first attack, the first burning colony. And now he remembered the endless alien cities reduced to ash by human fire. A quiet thought burned in his mind. Had humanity become the very monster they once feared? Still, the galaxy would never forget the lesson. In alien marketplaces, whispers warned of humans. In alien schools, children were taught stories of Earth's vengeance. In alien parliaments, leaders spoke carefully, never daring to mock humanity again. And in the deep stars, where ruins smoked and fleets drifted lifeless, the silence itself carried the memory of war. One night, in a human colony far from Earth, a child looked up at the sky and asked his father, "Why does the galaxy fear us?" The father was Silent F,